gonna have to get a new candle soon.
Well, yeah, I lit that one down there too. We'll go candle shopping.
Candle shopping.
Or if anyone owns a candle company and
please.
wants to send us some, we love trying out candles.
We love gifts. Who doesn't love a gift? Uh-oh.
Well, there we go. I'm still shook. Like, this shook me up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you want to see who we're talking about?
Guys.
This is her. This is her.
Okay.
Crazy, right? She looks crazy.
What the other girl look like?
The Billie Jean?
Mm-hmm.
They're so cute. Little family.
Oh my gosh. Y'all.
How pretty she was.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty.
She had pretty hair too.
Yeah. Okay.
I have like 4 dreadlocks in my hair, by the way.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, because we were at a wrestling tournament for 2-3 days, and I didn't have any conditioner.
Oh, no.
Death.
Are you going to cut them out or brush them out?
Brush them out at some point. Kind of want to cut all my hair off, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And go bald?
No. Just...
Oh, short?
Mm-hmm.
I liked when you had short hair.
I was like a teenager.
It's so cute. But then you're going to wish you had long hair. Maybe not you, but
it grows really fast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's literally down to my butthole right now.
You should donate it.
Yeah. It's good hair.
It's clean. It's not dyed.
Mm-mm. And it has no heat damage.
No.
You
should sell it.
Taylor will get mad at me.
Red hair sells like top dollar stuff.
I know. Every time I go to the hair salon to get a haircut, or even like if I do get my hair done for something, they always say that. Do you know how many people come in here and want this hair color?
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you, God, for my hair color.
All right, let's get into it. This is the Facebook murders.
This is one of the gnarliest things I've ever heard in my life.
Crazy.
Like I'm still trying to comprehend it all.
I know. And it's so wild. I mean, and there's so many moving parts and so many characters in this.
And a lot of the same name. So we're going to have to be careful to not confuse people.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go. Janelle Potter. She was kind of odd as a child. Her parents, Marvin Buddy and Barbara Potter, kind of coddled her. She had a hard time like making friends, and she was just like a weird kid.
They were like, if you think of helicopter parents, they were that, but like even more than that.
Mm-hmm. Her sister Christy said that Janelle was very manipulative, like she knew how to get what she wanted, and she was deceitful at the same time. Janelle also had several health issues, which, kept her from doing normal things like working. She had type 1 diabetes, which hindered her from working. And as an adult, she still lived with her parents at 30. Not working, doesn't have very many friends, in Mountain City in 2004.
I know type 1 diabetes is very serious, very gnarly, and I feel like it could be different from it's all dangerous and all needs to be taken very seriously for everyone. But I do know it affects some more than others.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like in life. Like sometimes it's like serious your whole life. Sometimes if you don't take care of it, it gets like even more serious, which is hard to believe, later in life, stuff like that. For some reason, I'm not feeling like her parents ever tried to set her up or support her to be able to live her own life.
Oh, yeah. They wanted
to keep her dependent on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm getting that vibe so strongly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is That's an issue within itself.
I know.
So here we go.
Well, the family, they lived in Tennessee, but then they moved to Mountain City in Johnson City.
Yeah, it's right
It's
around
near there.
a little bit more north. It's like the most northeast corner of Tennessee.
Right. And that was in 2004. Mountain City is a small town, very low population, and with her disability, she didn't get out much. There wasn't much to do, much meeting new people, but she did find entertainment on the internet and through social media, which is what a lot of people do now, and that's why Neve and Cammy have the show Catfish.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So one day at the local pharmacy, Janelle meets a woman named Tracy Greenwell, and they struck up a friendship. And only after Janelle's parents met Tracy several times, and then that they approved their friendship. So she is like in her late 20s, 30 years old, and her parents are still approving friendships. Please, the math ain't mathin'. Only after the parents approved the friendship, then they were permitted to hang out with each other. So Tracy had invited Janelle to a party, which obviously I feel like she probably wasn't allowed to go to, or maybe
like told their parents we're gonna.
They were going somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where she met Tracy's brother, Billy Payne. Janelle fell in love with him right away.
Red flag.
She became obsessed with him, and there was also a really big problem. Billy had a girlfriend named Billie Jean, and they had a son.
A baby.
I think this might be the most red flags in the shortest amount of time for anything we've ever covered.
And I want to know if the son's name was Billy, because if not, then they missed the mark.
Yeah, for sure. That baby's cute though.
Yeah, he is adorable.
Okay, so obviously with her finding out that he had a girlfriend, Janelle then shifted her affection and her attention to the next best thing, which was Tracy and Billy's cousin, Jamie. Janelle and Jamie had to keep their relationship a secret, obviously because her parents were psycho. Jamie worked with computers, and he could only see Janelle when he was at her house fixing the family's computers.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm wondering, did Janelle purposely like break the computer so he would have to come over and fix it?
Probably.
Yeah. Facts.
Most of their relationship was like just online, which was most of her relationships in general, besides with her parents.
Yeah, because her parents wouldn't let her see anybody. I bet. I want a DNA test. I want to know if they're her biological parents or did they kidnap her?
I don't know. So around this time, Janelle claims that she's being cyberbullied by anonymous people on Facebook. She later claims the threat of violence and rape came from Billie Jean, and the reason Billie Jean is cyberbullying her is because Billie Jean is jealous of Janelle's looks.
We'll just leave that there.
Yeah. At the same time, Billy and Billie Jean were getting harassed online by someone named Matt Potter. Weird last name. Mountain City they also have like a neighborhood page on Facebook. Do y'all have those?
Yes.
I have like an East Ridge page or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were saying all this horrible stuff about Billy and Billie Jean. And this Matt guy, Matt Potter, threatens them to stop bullying Janelle and says, I will kill if I have to. Starts threatening. One night at the Potter home, a rock comes flying through the living room window, and written on the rock is Billy and Billie Jean, because if you're gonna break a window with a rock, you better put your name on it.
Yeah, you better sign it.
Oh my God. So dumb, right? The Facebook feud continued to grow as Jamie defended Janelle over his own family. Like, Jamie, the cousin of...
was publicly saying, leave my girlfriend alone to his cousin.
Eventually, everyone unfriended each other.
That was probably best.
Yeah.
And also at this time on that Mountain City Facebook page, Billie Jean was also getting harassed and bullied by Matt and Chris Potter, right? So they were sticking up for Janelle, but also doing the exact same thing
To
to
her.
Billie Jean.
Mhm.
Okay. Because, you know.
And they were all talking on the neighborhood Facebook page, like, oh,
Yeah.
that bitch, Billie Jean.
Yeah, because two wrongs always make a right,
Yeah.
guys. Okay, so Janelle often talked about an old friend from school named Chris. Chris was in the CIA and was helping Janelle stop the cyberbullies. At the same time, Janelle added a quote, Chris Potter as a brother on her Facebook. So we have Matt Potter. Now we have Chris Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Janelle and Chris would fight the cyberbullies with threats of violence and prosecution since he was in the CIA. Chris struck up online friendships with Janelle's boyfriend Jamie and her mom Barbara. And Chris even went as far as asking Janelle's dad, Buddy, who was ex-military, if he wanted a job in the CIA. And Barbara, Janelle's mom, thought that he would be perfect for the job because he was a sniper and a sharpshooter in the Marines. For some reason or another, that job fell through. Obviously, Buddy never started working for the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
But now we've got like a full family tree over here.
The Rasta is full.
Yeah.
So Billie Jean, and their son lived with Billie's dad, Paul Bill. Another Bill.
So we're just going to call him Paul.
Paul. Early on January 31st, 2012.
So at this point, she was 38 years old.
Yep.
38 years old.
38. Paul woke up early. He was going to work. At 6:30 a.m., Billy's coworker, Brad Osborne, they used to carpool together.
Mm-hmm.
So Brad pulls up at the Payne house, calls like he normally would, like, hey, I'm outside. But Billy never answered the phone. So when he didn't answer the phone, Brad just went on to work thinking,
right.
he
whatever.
just
overslept. Yeah.
Whatever. Well, around 10 a.m., so that was at 6:30 in the morning, around 10 a.m., an old neighbor of the Paynes, his name's Roy Stevens, had stopped by the house to pick up mail. They were collecting his mail because he had just recently moved.
So they were still receiving mail that was for him,
Mm-hmm.
and he would just go by there to pick his mail up. My parents still get mail meant for me.
Yeah. Like, I get mail from
the people that lived in our house.
Yes,
still.
I do too.
And we've been there for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he had stopped by to pick up his mail. His wife was with him, but she stayed in the car. As he was walking up to the door, he noticed that both Billy and Billie Jean's vehicles were in the driveway. He knocked and knocked and knocked. No one came. He decided he would open the sliding glass door and, like, yell in,
right?
Like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
This is Roy Stevens. I'm here to pick up my mail. And when no one answered, he noticed some weird noises coming from, like, back in the back bedroom of the house. He unfortunately found Billy and Billie Jean dead, and he found their baby crawling near his mother's body.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That is absolutely terrible. Just that night before, so January 30th, mm-hmm. while at the Potter's home fixing a computer, Jamie, who is Janelle's boyfriend, was confronted by Janelle's dad, Buddy, and Buddy asked Jamie for a favor since he was allowing him to see his daughter.
Yeah.
His daughter is 38.
That's crazy.
It is. This is nuts. This is actually nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So Buddy asked for a ride for the next morning and hoping to please his girlfriend's dad. Jamie said, sure, I'll take you wherever you need to go. So the next morning at 5:30, which now would be the 31st, mm-hmm. Jamie drives to the Potter home and is asked to drive Buddy's truck. Jamie and Buddy drive to a church near the Payne house where Billy and Billie Jean lived. And I'm I'm mind blown. This is freaking me out a little bit. Okay, they drive to the paint house. The two sit in the car and wait for Paul to leave for work. Then they would approach the house. They walk up to the sliding glass door. Buddy, Janelle's dad, walks in. Jamie was more of a lookout man than like a culprit, and eventually he'd be the one to crack. Jamie says that he heard Billy say, "What the hell?" or yell, "What the hell?" And then he heard gunshots and a scream. Billie Jean then went running to the nursery to protect her son. A few more shots rang out before Buddy came out of the house, and the two ran back to Buddy's truck in the church parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Crazy.
Crazy.
We're crazy.
Crazy.
So after the bodies were found and the orphan baby was there, police obviously start investigating. They start digging, and they found everything they needed on Facebook.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. Okay, this is crazy.
This, y'all get ready. Like, if
Buckle
you're
up.
driving, make sure your freaking seatbelt's on.
Mm-hmm. They found that Janelle was the one who had been bullying herself and blaming Billy and Billie Jean. She also had several fake Facebook accounts, including Matt Potter and Chris Potter, who were connected to her own personal email, by the way. She didn't even use...
gosh, a new email?
No.
Oh my gosh, come on.
Yep.
So she was herself. She was bullying herself and claiming that it was Billy and his girlfriend, Billie Jean.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt, who was like taking up for her publicly, was also a page created by her. And then Chris Potter, the CIA guy, was also her.
Mm-hmm.
So we're multiple personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep, it was Janelle the whole time. Jamie was the first to talk to police because, I mean, obviously he's close to this family and
was a part of this.
Mm-hmm. Also, Chris Potter, her, like, how she came up with this character was really, she really did go to school with this guy named Chris, who was like some kind of...
Was she obsessed with him, obviously?
Apparently, because she used his pictures on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
In October of 2013, so like a year and 10 months later, Marvin Buddy Potter was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences.
For shooting them.
Mm-hmm. Barbara and Janelle were also convicted because they were found to have orchestrated the murders, and they also got life in prison. And Barbara had gotten a few additional charges of tampering with evidence because when police came to their house, she was like deleting emails and shredding paper and like doing the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Jamie Curd, the boyfriend, he was also charged. He got 25 years with the possibility of parole after serving 30% of his sentence.
Y'all.
Insanity.
Absolute craziness. Like, what? This is what happens if you like lock your kids in the house and don't let them have friends or work,
freedom, or any type of relationship like, besides a parent and a kid
and online people. What?
Yeah, this case has been called the Facebook murders and the catfish murders because she was catfishing people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all because she liked this boy and he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, but like that's what started this and then obviously became the end. But like, had she not been locked in her house by her parents who controlled, hell, they probably controlled the oxygen she breathed, you know, like 38 years old, you still live at home, which is fine, but they have to approve your friends. No, nothing about that is normal. Absolutely nothing about that is normal.
Yeah.
I don't care. Disease, disability, I do not care. Nothing about that is normal.
Yeah.
Like,
My
oh
mom
my
quit
God.
picking my friends. She never picked my friends, but like,
Same. Oh, she'd tell me that's not a good friend.
yeah,
You
keep your
bet the
eyes open. Yeah.
FAFO.
Yeah.
Yep. Every time she knew. Every time. But like to control that, and like she's 38 years old, she can't have a boyfriend.
They did not like him at first, and that's why he
I don't think
stayed
they
away.
liked anyone.
I don't think they liked anyone,
I don't think
including
they liked
themselves.
themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
So miserable that they had to cause all this. And now they're sitting in,
I truly would love to talk to her sister.
I know, Christy Grover.
Mm-hmm.
Christy Grover to the
Green,
Expired
is it
podcast.
Grover?
Grover, Groover, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Expired. Call DM us,
Call us.
please. This is like fascinating.
I know.
Holy crap!
Hmm. A lot of other podcasters have done this case, and it's just
It's wild. No matter.
who tells the story.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So many moving parts and so many
Like
deceits.
those poor people.
I know.
They died over nothing.
Over nothing.
Absolutely nothing. That poor little kid has had to grow up without his parents over nothing.
And was left alone with their dead bodies for 4 hours.
An infant.
How do you do that? How do you know that you're doing that? And it's crazy. Absolutely.
It is crazy.
Crazy.
Holy cow. I don't even know how to close this.
I don't know. Seriously. Don't catfish people. If you need help from your parents and you're over 18, get help.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be jealous. Like, work through your own problems instead of putting it on someone else because
Yeah, at the point that it becomes obsessive, that's when you look inward.
mm-hmm.
That's a personal problem.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, you need to get some help, you need to work on yourself, and you need to figure it out because it truly has nothing to do with anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And like no judgment. I'm just saying like that at a point where it becomes obsessive, that's not good for you.
Mm-mm.
It's not good for anybody.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Expired podcast as we torture ourselves with cases like this. But it's just so interesting to like
it really is so
hear people's stories and how, because I can see why she became the way she
Me too.
was.
Me too. And that's like obviously this is her fault, this is her dad's fault, this is her mom's fault. All the things, but like had she had a different upbringing and normal life freedoms, would we have ended up here?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. But
mental health is important.
It is important. It's also important that the people who say they love you the most and are going to take care of you the most are actually doing what they say
Mm-hmm.
and not just, handcuffing you to your childhood.
Yeah.
It's like their mental health too. Mm-hmm. Like something was wrong with these people.
This makes me think of Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yes.
She got out of prison last week, and that's all we've talked about. But just the fact that, like, she did that, yes, she did it, and she deserves, to pay for that.
Right.
But we can all see why.
Yep. No, and that's how I feel about this one. I'm like, her parents, she had no chance.
Yeah.
She had no chance.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. That's why I really want to talk to her sister.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad for her.
Uh-huh.
Like, really bad.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she got away
from everything.
Yeah, and was able to like breathe
and have a normal
and work on herself and like grow from it and leave that behind her, because I can't imagine. Could you imagine growing up in a house with a sibling who like your parents probably didn't even know she existed, type of thing?
Yeah.
Like that's so messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go to therapy, check on your mental health, tell your doctors what you're feeling, tell them the truth.
Tell them the truth. That's a fact.
Yeah. There's 3 people you don't lie to. Your doctor. No, what was it? There's 3. There's one more. Your doctor, your lawyer, and something else. There's 3 people you don't lie to.
Isn't it yourself?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. Don't lie to doctors or lawyers.
no, I don't like lying in general.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is the Expired Podcast. Thanks for listening. Follow us on all social media. Make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel. You get early access to the episodes each and every Monday when you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, and then it's out everywhere, wherever you download podcasts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. And we'll be back again next week.
Yep. And if you have a case that you want us to cover, or that you're fascinated with, or you were involved with, or any of those things, then DM us and let us know. Because honestly, that's where we are getting most of our cases these days, and they're like really good. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Expired Podcast.
If you're gonna be an asshole, be a funny one.
And don't do meth and go to therapy. That should be our next one. Go to therapy.
Bye.
Bye.